All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And well, this is a Priorat tasting we have every year here in the store. And a little bit of a light turnout this year. You know, Priorat produces some real big and rich wines. And our California Cabernet drinkers and our California New World wine drinkers find these wines very easy to warm up to. So usually we have a big crowd. I don't know what happened, but hey, I'm happy as long as we have the right people in the room. And we had 3 suppliers in for this one. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 suppliers. One of our suppliers didn't show up for some reason. Antonio, shame on you. And he's Spanish, you know, these Spanish guys, you know, he was on holiday. He probably just stayed an extra week and forgot to tell us. Anyways, we had some really good stuff, including, well, some stuff outside of the area, maybe, of the Priorat, like this first wine, the Raventos sparkling wine. And I'm going to break these into 3 different videos, so we give each supplier their own video, so it's not too long, you know. And they each had just a few wines. And the Raventos is a very old house. The great-grandfather helped establish Cordenu, the largest sparkling wine in the world. And this is a blend of the 3 traditional Cava grape varietals, which spends 15 months entourage, which is, you know, as much as any champagne does. So a very similar quality that you get to champagne, but at a fraction of the price, at $20 a bottle. This wine's got a very distinct mineral component to it, that briny seashell-like quality you get from the wines of this area. Nice green apple, lemon, and quince fruit. Very smooth and creamy wine on the tongue with hints of ginger spice and the tongue-tingly minerality through the finish, light yeasty notes, an excellent bottle of methode champenoise sparkling from Spain, otherwise known as Cava. All right, the Raventos Silicinus, Concha de Rui, Anoia from the Penedès. I have no idea what all that means, but this is a Charlo, one of the grapes they use to make sparkling wine, grown in the Sorrel vineyard. And it's oriented to the east-southeast with calcareous soils, and the vineyard subdivided into several plots would allow for the Charlo to get different characteristics. And this wine has got a beautiful bouquet here on the nose. It's got some lovely lavender floral notes, some pear and apple fruit, a nice concentration on the palate, creamy texture with notes of that floral notes coming through on the finish, and lovely freshness, that minerality showing through on the finish. Excellent juice here. And then the Pinot Lavi Arufi Terra Alta, and the Pinot family's been growing wine grapes here for 4 generations. They've just recently started making their own wine. La Rufa Arufi means grandfather Arufi, the man who founded the cellar Pignol in 1945. And there's less than 800 cases of this wine produced. This wine is a blend of 50% Carignan, 35% Grenache, 2 of the indigenous grapes, and then you find Syrah in there also from clay and chalk soils. And the vines are 30 to 50 years old, so you get some concentration naturally from the old vines, and then the elevation in the Priorat, you get very rich wines. It's aged for 14 months in a combination of French American and Hungarian oak, which you see a little bit in the Priorat. This wine's got a lovely spice bouquet there, pepper, cocoa, hints of dried flowers and herbs, a nice touch of crushed rock-like minerality, and thick and juicy on the tongue with silky smooth texture, lots of that mineral and spice nuance showing from the nose through the finish, long and layered, but nice freshness here, excellent juice. Alvaro Palacios Camins, which is a new wine from them. It's a blend of Grenache, Samso, Cabernet, and Syrah, and it's a combination of estate and purchased fruit. And the vineyards are in and around the village of Guadalupe on schist soils that make this region unique. That's that liquorill that they call. They make about 50,000 cases of this wine, so it's a rather large production. And this wine's got a beautiful bouquet of red and black fruits, that liquorill mineral nuance showing through with wild flowers, herbs, and soy. Really nice complexity for an entry-level wine from this region. On the palate, very smooth and easy drinking, nice balance, a little bit short on the finish, but very pleasant, a real crowd pleaser, a real textbook entry-level Priorat, with a nice touch of that slate mineral and floral note showing on the finish. Very good stuff. All right, the cellar Val Lac, and this was founded in the 1990s by the singer Louis Lac and the notary Enrique Costa in Pereira, and this is one of the 9 villages that make up the Priorat. All right, this fruit for this wine is sourced from the younger vines on the property. It's composed of 30% Grenache, 25% Carignana, or Grenache, and 25% Carignana and 20% Cabernet, with a balance Syrah and Merlot. It's aged for 14 months in French oak. This wine's got a very forward and seductive bouquet here. Dark cherry, blackberry fruit, notes of licorice, slate, spice, soy, pretty floral notes. Really nice richness, hints of mocha and cocoa. Thick and juicy on the tongue with a solid core of that black and red fruit there in the mid palate. Very zesty finish with a host of that mineral and spice showing a long layered finish. Excellent juice, always a really good value. That's what we had to drink with our friends from Augustan at our Priorat tasting. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.